A very good morning to all of you, dear. Myself, Vijay, and this is the uh, chapter 15 we are discussing. And this chapter 15, we are discussing some natural phenomena. And we have discussed the lightning part of this chapter. This chapter is basically divided into two main natural phenomena. In this chapter, we are discussing two main natural phenomena, which may be which are destructive and which may lead to the death of the human beings and loss of the properties. Two natural phenomena are one is lightning and one is earthquake. So in today's session, we are just ending the lightning process, and the last topic that we will try to discuss is lightning conductors. What are lightning conductors? And in today's class, we will also try to start the next topic, that is earthquakes. Now, what is the science behind the earthquake? How the earthquake happens? What is the science behind? What is the cause behind this natural phenomena? And how it can be destructive to us? How what we can do to protect ourselves during the earthquakes? Yes, sorry. Yes, all of you see lightning conductors. Topic. All of you see what is the meaning of lightning conductors? All of you can see the diagram which is given in the figure 15.7. I hope this PDF has been shared with you, and all of you can see the figure also. In this figure, there is one diagram you can see at the top of the building. There is one diagram at the top of the building in which there is a metallic rod which is introduced at the top of the building, and from top of the building it reaches to the ground. बिल्डिंग के टॉप से लेकर ग्राउंड तक रीच हो रहा है. We have to arrange a rod. We have to arrange a rod, a metallic rod. We have to arrange a rod which is made up of metal, and most probably a good conductor of the electricity, which will provide the electricity to flow through it, and it will provide a much easier path to the electric charges to flow through it. थोड़ा सा इसको एक बार कंपेयर करके देखते हैं ना, कि लाइक जैसे ह्यूमन बिहेवियर होता है वैसे ही चार्जेस का बिहेवियर भी होता है. ह्यूमन बिहेवियर क्या होता है? इफ यू हैव टू पाथ और टू रोड्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, है ना, वन रोड इज वेरी क्राउडेड एंड वन रोड इज वेरी, देयर इज नो क्राउड इन देयर एंड वेरी, वैसे बहुत ही एकदम जो है भीड़ भाड़ बिल्कुल नहीं है, एकदम खाली है. Both road will reach to a destination, okay, and then which road or which path will be selected by you to reach your destination? Definitely you will select the path which do not have the crowd or which have minimum crowd. That path will be selected by you to reach your destination. In simple terms, in the same process or same pathway is undertaken by the charges also. अब जब डिस्चार्ज हो रहा है लाइटनिंग, एट द टाइम ऑफ द लाइटनिंग व्हेन देयर इज इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज, है ना. इन यस्टरडे सेशन वी हैव डिस्कस्ड दैट बेसिकली जो चार्जेस लाइटनिंग का जो प्रोसेस है, दैट इज बेसिकली अ इलेक्ट्रिकल डिस्चार्ज. लाइटनिंग के प्रोसेस में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जो है कॉन्सेप्ट आपको ध्यान में क्या रखना है कि व्हेन द टू ऑपोजिटिवली चार्ज्ड क्लाउड्स or oppositively charged earth surface and the clouds come close to each other, when the charge interact with each other, due to their interaction they get discharged, and during the discharge they release huge amount of energy in the form of light, heat and sound. Basically charges जो है डिस्चार्ज होते हैं, बहुत एनर्जी को फ्लो करते हैं. तो चार्जेस को फ्लो होने के लिए एज यू कैन सी, अगर हम बिल्डिंग की सरफेस को देखिए ना, अगर इफ यू विल सी द सरफेस ऑफ द बिल्डिंग, तो चार्जेस के फ्लो होने के लिए यहाँ पे दो पाथवेज है. एक तो है ये ब्रिक्स एंड सीमेंट वाला पाथवे जो जिससे रूफ बनी हुई है, और एक पाथवे वो है जहां पर आपने एक मेटल का कंडक्टर इंट्रोड्यूस किया हुआ है. Understood. Now, since metal is a very good conductor of electricity, good conductor है मतलब it will allow the charges to flow through it very easily. It will allow the charges to flow through it very easily. It will provide the charges a very good path to flow, है ना, बहुत अच्छा पाथ देगा फ्लो होने के लिए. इसीलिए चार्जेस जो है बिल्डिंग की रूफ पे यहाँ से फ्लो होने के जो है प्लेस पर कौन सा पाथ सेलेक्ट करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स? दे सेलेक्ट द पाथ दैट इज the rod है ना, जो rod है, जो conductor की जो rod है, that is selected by the charges to flow down, and the charges flow down through the rod into the earth, since it is good conductor of electricity. So this is this equipment which we are using in our buildings to protect our buildings from the lightning process. This, in which we are using a metal conductor whose height is more than our building से भी ज्यादा height होती है ना, टॉप से लेकर एकदम बॉटम तक जाता है ये कंडक्टर से। लाइटनिंग जो है हमारी बिल्डिंग में नहीं करती, लाइटनिंग इसके थ्रू होके नीचे चली जाएगी। So this conductor or this equipment is known as lightning conductor. Very, very important, students. I remind you, those students are present in today's class which are paying attention. It is very important concept, ठीक है ना, बहुत important concept है। And yes, yes, so this is the lightning conductor. Let's go through the reading of this section. So lightning conductor is a device used to protect buildings from the effect of lightning. Okay, now this is the proper definition, I will say. If a question is asked in the exam, what is a lightning conductor? So definition can be concluded or can be seen from here, that it is a device used to protect building from the effect of lightning. A metallic rod taller than the building is installed in the walls of the building during its construction. One end of the rod is kept out in the air and the other end is buried deep in the ground. The rod provides easy route for the transfer of electric charges to the ground. As I told you, that the charges also have the same behavior as human beings. हम भी अगर हमारे सामने दो रूट हैं and we have to choose one route for a destination. One route is very crowded and one route is very smooth, without any crowding. So we will definitely select the route that is less crowded and that is smooth. Similarly, charges के सामने भी दो routes हैं. It can fall on the building also and it can fall on the rod also. But since rod is a good conductor of electricity, it will allow the charges to flow through them very easily. That's why lightning conductor पे lightning का fall होने की probability ज़्यादा increase हो जाएगी, जिससे आपकी building पर lightning गिरने की probability बहुत कम हो जाएगी. So this is how you can protect your buildings from the lightning. So this device is known as lightning conductor. Now, the metal column used during construction, electrical wires and water pipes in the building also protect us to some extent, but do not touch them during the thunderstorm. So generally हमारे जो घरों में construction के time पे जो metal wires, electrical wires हमारे, या जो metal pipes, जो electrical wires जो होते हैं, at that time उनमें भी charges flow होने की probability बढ़ जाती है lightning के duration में. That's why we should not touch them during the process of lightning or during the phenomena of lightning. So this is the complete phenomena of lightning. I hope all of you have understood the phenomena of lightning, why the lightning happens. We have not discussed the lightning process in detail because still in 21st century or till date, the complete information of the lightning phenomena is not with us. Scientists are still researching and finding the answer of some questions. Why the upper edges of the clouds get positively charged, why the lower edges of the clouds get negatively charged, why the surface surface surrounding the earth get the positively charged. So how the charges are getting, this information is still under, I will say, investigation, under the research. We do not have the complete information of this. Okay? So, but लेकिन जो basic information है lightning के, that we have discussed, कि basically एक electrical discharge होता है जब दो oppositively charged clouds जब closely एक दूसरे के आते हैं, तो there is an electrical discharge, and this electrical discharge is known as lightning. Okay, students. So this is it from this topic. Next topic that we will see is 15.7 earthquakes. 15.7 earthquakes. We will try to see this topic. Now, all of you know what is the meaning of earthquake, and some of the students must have suffered from this particular natural phenomena. ये भी एक natural phenomena है. जिसमें बेसिकली क्या होता है, अगर बहुत बेसिकली अगर हम, आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ अर्थक्वेक. The vibration of the earth, the motion of the earth, the vibrating motion of the earth is known as earthquake. The tectonic plates under the ground, due to their motions, due to their sudden motions, there is the motion which is reaching from the center of the earth or from under the earth. The motion, the vibrating motion reaches to the surface, due to which whole building जो होती है, whole जो ground होता है, building होता है, जो हमारे घर होते हैं, वो they start vibrating on their space, है ना. और sometimes the earthquake is at very high scale का जब earthquake होता है, तो it may damage the building or it may just uh, being a cause of a huge disaster also, ना. Maybe sometime it is very disastrous. तो अर्थक्वेक तो हम बहुत बेसिकली दिखते रहते हैं. जापान एक कंट्री है, जापान में जहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा इट इज वेरी, आई विल से ना, वेरी earthquakes are coming there, very common, है ना. बहुत commonly वहाँ पे earthquakes जो है देखे जाते हैं. और the reason behind why there are so many earthquakes seen in the particular Japan country, because that country is island जो है, it is island से बहुत small island से बनी हुई country है. And under the surface of the sea, there are lots of tectonic plates, and due to the movement of tectonic plates, and due to the movement of the tectonic plates, and due to the movement of the earth, जो अंदर वाले जो लेयर्स है उनकी मूवमेंट के कारण क्या होता है, देयर इज द श्रिलिंग और द वाइब्रेशन ऑफ द अर्थ सरफेस, दैट इज द बेसिकली अर्थक्वेक. ठीक है. तो इट इज आल्सो नेचुरल फिनोमेना व्हिच इज डू नॉट हैव एनी, आई विल से, डू नॉट हैव एनी एक्शन ऑफ ह्यूमन बीइंग्स इन्वॉल्वड. टोटल नेचुरल फिनोमेना है, एंड दैट इज वेरी डिजास्टरस समटाइम. Now all of you see, you just learned about the thunderstorm and lightning. In class 7th you learned about cyclones. These natural phenomena can cause large scale destruction of human life and property. Fortunately, these phenomena can be predicted to some extent. The weather department can warn about a thunderstorm developing in some area. If a thunderstorm occurs, there is always a possibility of lightning and cyclones accompanying it. So we get time to take measures to protect ourselves from the damage caused by these phenomena. So there are some natural phenomena whose I will say we can just give an prediction about that. We can predict them if this natural phenomena is occurring, or this natural phenomena will be occurring after some days. You might have heard in the news that there is a cyclone which is raising in the Indian Ocean, or the cyclone is raising in the Bay of Bengal, and it will hit the coastal regions in 2 or 3 days. All the fishermen are warned they should not go, or they should not go for their fishing in the sea. तो आपने ऐसे देखे होंगे, न्यूज में आते रहते हैं ना कि समुद्र में चक्रवाती तूफान आने वाला है ना. So there are some natural phenomena whose prediction can be done, but there are still some natural phenomena whose prediction cannot be done. Earthquake एक ऐसा natural phenomena है जिसकी prediction हम नहीं कर सकते ना, उस prediction cannot be done. That's why it is very harmful. That's why, because its prediction cannot be done. हमने thunderstorm देखा है, lightning देखा है. अगर thunderstorm हो रहा है तो lightning की prediction हम कर सकते हैं, है ना. तो जिसकी हम prediction कर सकते हैं तो उससे हम safe खुद को protect भी कर सकते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा chances होते हैं. लेकिन जिसकी हम prediction नहीं कर सकते हैं, like earthquake, उसकी हम prediction नहीं कर पाते हैं. That's why it is more dangerous than lightning. Lightning से ज़्यादा dangerous है ना. It is more disastrous sometimes. Okay, moving ahead in the chapter, all of you see. Yes, all of you can see some figures. 15.8. All of you see the figure, beta. I hope this you all have the book with you also. This is a picture of a Kashmir earthquake. कश्मीर में जो अर्थक्वेक आया था, और उसके बाद का देखिए आप पिक्चर देखिए, इट इज वेरी 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 डिसअपॉइंटिंग, बहुत ही डिसअपॉइंटिंग और बहुत ही डिजास्टर्स पिक्चर को शो कर रहा है, जिसमें जितने भी बिल्डिंग्स हैं और जितने भी आसपास में जितने भी बिल्डिंग्स हैं और जो लोग हैं उनको काफी ज्यादा प्रॉपर्टी का लॉस हुआ है और ह्यूमन लाइफ की भी बहुत सारा लॉस हुआ है ना। तो ऐसा ही एक दिस ऐसा ही एक अर्थक्वेक was suffered in 2005 or 2003 I think, है ना, 2003 और 5 में इन भुज, गुजरात, है ना, गुजरात के भुज में भी ऐसा ही एक बहुत ही हाई मैग्नीट्यूड का अर्थक्वेक वाज देयर, है ना, उसके कारण भी बहुत सारी डेथ और बहुत प्रॉपर्टी का लॉस हुआ था। तो ये जनरली होता है अर्थक्वेक में ना, आप सभी ने कोई बहुत पता होगा, जनरली सबको अर्थक्वेक के बारे में पता ही है ना, जिसको हम भूकंप कहते हैं ना। So there is however one natural phenomena which we are not able to predict accurately. It is an earthquake. As I told you, there are some natural phenomena which can be predicted, but we cannot predict the earthquake. That's why it is more disastrous. Sometime it may lead to the death of many persons in the comparison of lightning. क्योंकि लाइटनिंग में तो हम जनरली क्या होता है, खुद को सेव कर लेते हैं, लेकिन अर्थक्वेक अचानक आ जाता है, उसका प्रेडिक्शन नहीं हो पाता। दैट्स व्हाई इट इज वेरी unfortunate that still we do not have any such equipments which can give the predictions of the earthquake, है ना। It can cause damage to human life and property on a huge scale. All of you know a major earthquake occurred in India 8th October 2005 in Uri and Tangdar towns of North Kashmir. Before that, a major earthquake occurred on 26 January 2001, Bhuj district of Gujarat. Yes, students. So I was telling you about this particular earthquake, which was, I will say, occurred in Bhuj district, Gujarat. Actually, I have suffered this earthquake. At that time I was near that particular place only where the earthquake strikes. That's why I have witnessed this earthquake. At that time I was very small in age, but in 2001 the earthquake which struck the Bhuj district of Gujarat, that was more disastrous. That was led to the death of many peoples. That led to the death of many peoples and loss of huge property. Yes, all of you see activity 15.5. In this activity is given that ask your parents about the huge damage of life and property caused by these earthquakes. Okay, so this activity you have to perform. You can collect the information, you can collect some pictures from the internet, and you can see how disastrous is the earthquake. In the 2001 जो भुज में जो earthquake आया था, so that was more disastrous than the Kashmir one. That caused to led to the death of many peoples and lost to the property of lost to the huge properties. Now, what is an earthquake? What happens when it occurs, and what can we do to minimize its effect? These are some of the questions we shall discuss below. Now, we cannot predict the earthquake. Definitely, we cannot predict the earthquake because it is happening due to the motions under the ground, and that is very hard to predict. But why? What is an earthquake? Basically, होता क्या है? कैसे होता है ये? What is the science behind the earthquake, and how we can protect ourselves if we are suffering or if we are facing these types of condition? अगर अचानक से आप किसी क्लास में हो, आपने घर में हो, है ना, you are at your home only and you are facing this type of condition, so what you should do, what you can do to protect yourself, what you can do to protect your friends, families, neighborhoods को protect करने के लिए आप क्या कर सकते हैं ना, so that we will try to see in this chapter. Okay, that's it for today, students. That's it for today. Thank you very much for joining the class. This topic, that what is an earthquake, how it happens, and what we can do to minimize its effect, that we will see in tomorrow's session.